Alright, so welcome to my first video of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I'm ever going to be doing, I guess. And this is pretty much going to be the first series I guess I'll be doing. And the idea is getting better at Yu-Gi-Oh! And I know I need it. So really, if you guys would like to go with me and on this adventure of learning how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Better, that would be fantastic. So today I would like to discuss this idea I've been having over these five variables of Yu-Gi-Oh, as I'd like to call them, and what they are is these five different aspects that will allow me to become better at the game. The idea is that I can possibly take these aspects and measure if I'm winning or losing in a game. So these five different aspects are power, options, advantage, recovery, and response. So I've been playing my Inzector deck, which I've been playing with for pretty much like a year now. I think. I have no idea. I'm really bad at remembering. So I like it because it kind of is a good representation of the five different aspects. So this is a great hand, and that's where power comes from. I have Dark Hole, which can get rid of the field if I need it. It's falling out of favor, I know. And look, I can have Dragonfly and Hornet. So let's go ahead and normal summon Dragonfly. So because of the power of Dragonfly being so great with Hornet, Dragonfly gives me a lot of power. And by power, I mean like what my deck needs to become a hard-hitting, fast, just get rid of like what I need to go to like move ahead. So, for example, also Infernities having no cards in your hand. That is power to Infernities. And that's what they need. Scrap decks, I'm going to assume, like I don't play them very much, but having monsters in the graveyard is fantastic. Here, having Hornet in the graveyard is fantastic. And Dragonfly is fantastic. So the next idea is options, which you guys just saw. How I could have done a lot of different things there. I could have put my sword onto my Dragonfly and popped it with my Hornet and so on and so forth, and have a lot of different plays. I could have used Ladybug with Dragonfly to make some rank 5. There's a lot of different options that I could do. Another excellent example of this is the extra deck. So with an extra deck, you're typically going to have one of like every card that you can throw in there. So I have a lot of rank 3s and 5s because with Ladybug I can make 5s and these guys are naturally 3. So with that, I can use them to be strong and I can do different things. I can make a 5, I can make a 3, I can just leave them there. So that's what the options are about. Now you guys also saw my next one, which is Advantage, which everyone who's played for at least a little bit kind of knows about Advantage. Advantage is having the plus on your opponent. So it's what's on the hand and what's in the field. So that person, my opponent, he just used Chimera to get back Beast, which made him go plus. So he now has an extra like card that he can play with. Now I am playing horribly, I just realized, because I don't know, I could have Exceed or put Zecalibur onto Dragonfly or something. So that is why it might have been better to use a different options, and that's why I have this video, because I need to get better at Yu-Gi-Oh! With you guys. So a great example of Advantage here is he has 4 cards in his hand and 1 set, or 3 cards in his hand, 1 set. That's 4, and I have 4 in my hand and 1 on the field. That's 5. So I'm winning by like the 1 point, which I think is fantastic. So now another thing is that I'm really being distracted and I could play better. Shoot. Um, there we go. So having an advantage works as if you have more uh, cards on your side of the field than your opponent, then you have an advantage, and you have more cards to play with, which ties into options. Like you have more options, you can do different things, and you'll hear people say plus and minuses, and that's what advantage I'm really talking about here. It's fantastic. It's what you really probably should use and think about. Now, next step is recovery. As you can see here, this guy he probably drew into the Chimera, which got him the Scrap Dragon. Um, so even though he seemed like he was behind, well, that's interesting. Uh, hmm. I didn't know Gigamantis' effect didn't work there. But anyway, so with recovery, like I'm kind of down a little bit than earlier, even though this isn't a huge recovery. But what I can do is use different effects to like get back in the game. So that goes along with advantage too, because I can use these different effects so that I am like stronger to get better advantage. So far right now, like I'm not at the advantage yet, but here in a minute when I'm using Dragonfly's effect to bring back my Hornet, I will have an advantage because I can pop that back row and get Dragonfly's effect to bring back to get a Centipede to probably destroy another thing, unless this does. Okay, so now I can get a Centipede and I can possibly go for game now. Which I think I'll be able to do. So that is recovery. Like I was not necessarily down very much, but am coming back and I'm coming back quickly. So the last one is response, which I have not been showing you guys very well, and that is having trap cards respond. And he did an excellent job with the Scrap Storm responding. That is a form of response, and that is just coming back and doing something back to your opponent. That's Max C, that is like just hand traps in general, I guess. Effect Veiler, that is just traps in general. You're responding to your opponent and playing well. That is what you're looking for with the response. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope that Kyle and Mark, you guys aren't too mad to see this in your sub box. But I thought it would be fun, and I'm hoping that we can maybe get better together. So, talk to you guys some other time. See you later.